International Criminal Court is now in session.
It's all eyes on the ICC three-judge pretrial chamber as it prepares to deliver a ruling that could radically transform Kenya's political scene.
It is a fact that the 2012 election will be determined by the ICC.
It's a ruling that comes after the judge's careful analysis of the evidence that was submitted by the prosecution and defense teams during the confirmation of charges hearings that were held last year.
The chamber has not discussed with...
Though it remains unclear how Justice Ekaterina Tredafilova and her colleagues Kuno Tarfusa and Hans-Peter Kaul will rule, there are several likely scenarios.
There will be no trial in case the charges are not confirmed.
The judges could choose not to confirm all the charges if they deem Ocampo's evidence insufficient to meet the ICC threshold.
If the charges are thrown out against all the six, that will be the end of the process. That will be the end of the Hague process. Although the prosecutor could disagree with the judges and go back and conduct more investigations, however that is done, and come back to the judges. Because he has a standard of evidence that he has to meet, which is substantial grounds to believe that these individuals, in their own individual capacity, committed the crimes that he's charging them for. So if they are thrown out and he's unhappy, he can go back and bring more evidence. And this manifested in the al-Bashir case.
It is also likely that the judges could confirm all the charges against the six suspects and commit them to trial.
You will be tried without undue delay if the case proceeds to trial, in order that you know your fate regarding the present case as soon as possible.
If committed, the trial process could kick off in March or April.
There will be no arrest of the suspect if the charges are confirmed. Unless they flout the conditions that were given by the judges, they will remain free for the entire period.
If Uhuru and Ruto are released, it's more of a blessing to Raila than if they are not released. Because if their charges are confirmed and consequently it is decided by IEBC or the court that they cannot run for presidency, then as a matter of fact, they will be coalescing around an individual that they think that their interests will be protected using that individual.
The three judges could also confirm some of the charges and fail to confirm others in respect of some or all the six suspects. Ruto, Kosgei and Sang in the first case faced 3 charges each, and they are murder, forcible transfer of population and persecution. In the second case, Kenyatta, Mudhaura and Ali face 5 charges each, and they are murder, rape, persecution, forcible transfer of population and other inhumane acts, such as forcible circumcision, allegedly directed at perceived ODM members in Kibera, Naivasha and Nakuru.
If it's only some of the charges that are thrown out, it is possible that if the prosecutor, for instance, takes the view that he's only remaining with 1 charge in the Ruto case and 2 charges in the Uhuru case, she may want perhaps to think that that's a weak case and that you don't know what will happen in trial. So you want to enhance your case by having several charges. And this is a prosecutorial strategy. So she may want to go back and bring more evidence so that she has at least 2 charges in each case, depending on how many are confirmed.
Justice Tredafilova and her 2 colleagues may also, other than confirming all the charges, add more charges after their analysis of the evidence submitted by the prosecution team. But of critical importance is the political implications of the pretrial chamber's ruling, bearing in mind that 2 of the suspects, Kenyatta and Ruto,
whatever allegations that have been made against me,
have set their eyes on the country's top job in the forthcoming race to State House.
If the charges are confirmed, the chances of these people consolidating their effort and their chances of becoming, or the bid to become president, for both of them are very high. And some people think that this will dampen their spirits. But a cornered cat in the person of Ruto or Uhuru Kenyatta is dangerous. Not to mention also that the communities that support them will now consolidate their support behind them.
And in the event that the charges are confirmed against either of the 2 presidential hopefuls, what would be the political implications?
If Uhuru is confirmed and Ruto is disconfirmed, the politics becomes very dicey. Because the people who support Uhuru from the coronation will say, but hey, this is not fair. Or if the reverse happens, in the case of Ruto being confirmed, Uhuru is released, the question will be, but this is not right. So either way, the ICC has to play some politics, and it has to balance out whatever decision, so that ultimately it is not the rule of law that will be critical here, but it's political expediency in terms of whom you release and whom you don't. But in the event that you have a confirmation by one and disconfirmation of the other, the only way to heal the nation is for the two to come together. If Ruto is confirmed and Uhuru is confirmed, but Uhuru says, whatever the case is, we were in this together, and I can only run with Ruto as my running mate, then that, in a sense, will have some kind of healing for the country.
And suppose the crimes against humanity allegations against the two presidential hopefuls are dismissed.
If the charges are dropped, in my view, the oomph in the candidature of both Uhuru and Ruto disappears, because the fight will be taken away from them. And that's why a confirmation of charges gives them the fight. But if they are disconfirmed, then we go back to politics as usual.
There is no law that expressly bars Kenyatta and Ruto from vying for the presidency in the forthcoming general election, whether crimes against humanity charges against them are confirmed or not. However, other legal provisions could be invoked once the electoral process is over.
While on the basis of Article 145, you are not prevented from running for office for the presidency, you are liable to be impeached the following day, as soon as Parliament and the Senate are constituted. Of course, politics may play in a way that that impeachment does not happen, but the legal requirement would have been met.
All rise. We will there.
If the pre-trial chamber confirms any of the charges against all the 6 suspects or some of them, the trial chamber with a new set of judges will take over the process. A new prosecutor, Fatou Bensouda, will also be in charge, taking over from Luis Moreno Ocampo, who retires in June this year. Francis Gachuri, Citizen TV.